academics and work, pushing past challenges in order to chase your dreams is not an easy feat. We wish to gain from these experiences, honing a better version of ourselves. But beyond schoolwork, there's another challenge: balancing responsibilities outside the university. And just like in anything, we need to survive, but sometimes our pockets just don't help us at all. If managing these studies and responsibilities feel tough right now, imagine what it'll be like in the real world. I'm genuinely curious about how working student assistants and scholars handle such a responsibility, so let's talk about that today. I am Alex Carlos from Tomcat Circle of Talents, and in this episode of Cat's Talk, we'll talk about grants and gains. As we dive into the experiences of student assistants and scholars and why they chose that path, the real-world skills that they have gained, and how they overcome such challenges of juggling work and academics at the same time. Stay with us as we uncover their stories, strategies, and lessons learned. Come aboard to our learning navigation. Again, this is Cat's Talk, the Tomcat podcast. We invited a very special guest to share her experiences and for us to also learn from this hardworking individual. Please welcome to the Cat's Talk podcast, Jana Carag.
Mabuhay!
Hi Jana, thank you for getting cozy with us today. So, kamusta ka naman ngayon?
Okay naman ako. Actually, kakagaling ko lang sa talk yesterday, and I am feeling blessed to be invited in that event and also to be here in Tomcat UST.
Wow, well that's really good to know na maraming opportunities that comes your way. So I'd love to hear more about your experiences, your stories as we start this episode. So now let's take a step back and start off talking about what motivates you. So you and your peers, you decided to go the extra mile by becoming a UST scholar. So I'm sure that it's really a hard task for you because it's not just a walk in the park, guys. And for you, Jana, what drove you to become a scholar?
Actually, what drove me to become a scholar is the financial crisis with my family. Kasi noong 2017, nawala na yung dad ko.
I'm sorry.
And just this 2022, na-diagnose naman yung mom ko with stage 3 breast cancer. So talagang ang hirap sa pagdating sa pera. And for me, nakita ko yung scholarship as one way to help my family.
That's really good to know, and I hope that you're doing well right now, kahit na mahirap. So it's really good that UST offers that opportunity for us students na medyo nahihirapan with the financial aspect. So there's really a lot to consider when balancing school, diba, with work. So for you, have you ever considered working outside the campus considering your situation? Or mas nagfo-focus ka muna ngayon as a student assistant?
Actually, for me, gusto ko talagang itry na mag-work outside the UST, pero I want to focus muna sa studies ko and sa pagiging student assistant kasi syempre marami ng time na na-consume yung pagiging student and student assistant, kaya parang ipapahinga ko na lang yung the rest na free time ko.
Yeah, and as far as I know, diba, mas ini-encourage ng OSA to focus more on the student assistant work, diba? Oo. And that's really good, but ang hirap kasi we're also trying to balance this on top of assignments, schoolwork, fieldwork, and I myself have a lot on my plate considering I'm an org person and I'm also a student assistant like you. So I'm curious, and despite all these things that you have on your plate right now, how do you keep going?
Actually, ang motivation ko lang talaga is yung mom ko. I want to give her a better life habang nabubuhay pa siya. Kasi life is so short and senior citizen na siya. And kapag may mga times na nahihirapan ako, I just go back to my core to ano bang kailangan kong ma-accomplish. And yun yung nagiging motivation ko to continue.
It's really good to know. And to our dear Thamasians out there, actually Jana is a content creator. So can you share your TikTok with us and what you do there?
So yung TikTok account ko is actually my virtual diary kasi naisip ko na pag flight attendant na ako, I want something to look back. So ito pala yung college days ko, ganito ako before, and gusto kong makita kung paano ako nag-evolve into kung ano na ako ngayon. And also, ginagamit ko talaga yung platform ko to educate and inspire other people na katulad ko, I thought I was going to stop na. And then, meron palang scholarship na in-offer sa UST. And gusto ko yung mga non-Tomasians, makita nila yung life or yung a day in the life ng isang scholar and tourism student.
Of course. And it's also a reminder na hindi impossible to reach your dreams,
Yes.
diba? Even if it's, of course, a little hefty sa budget to be here in UST. So, nakakatuwa na nakaka-inspire ka rin ng ibang Tomasians. So, for every student assistant, we have a different reason for taking on this challenge, but one thing is for sure. It takes dedication, resilience, and a lot of time management to balance both worlds or all worlds that you're trying to accomplish or to just go into. And now, shifting from inside the university, now let's talk about the real challenge. Once you step out of the real world, yung after college na. So, mahirap kasing mag-struggle, diba? I mean, it's hard to, like just navigate through the world. So, with you, how do you plan to navigate through life after college? Do you have any plans?
Actually, may mga plans na ako and it is to be in an airline industry. And I think ang pagiging student assistant ko, na mold na ako nito since ang dami kong lessons na natututunan every day. And actually, for me, experience is the best teacher. Kasi, yun nga, ang daming natututunan outside the classroom na hindi natuturo sa loob ng classroom. Kaya, parang every day, doble yung lesson na natututunan ko.
Yeah, and it's important na hindi lang tayo basta book smart. It's also important that we also take on the other types of intelligence. Like Jana said, we also have to let experience be the best teachers out there. And when we're honing our skills, kailangan importante na matutunan natin yung time management, networking, and communication. And these are just a few things that can give you an edge in the real world. So now for you, Jana, what do you think your experience in tourism kumbaga, ano yung experiences mo from tourism that could help you navigate out there in the real world?
Well, for me kasi, naka-experience na ako ng previous job ko, which is also about customer service. And tourism kasi, it's also about serving customers, passengers. So, it's about customer service as well. And I think, mas na-enhance ko itong customer service skill ko also with my work as a student assistant kasi I also serve my other students or professors. Kaya I think magagamit ko talaga siya after graduate.
I'm sure you will. And right now, di ba, nagagamit mo rin siya as a student assistant because you're also talking a lot to other people, di ba? And based on that, one of the struggles naman that many of us experiences when it comes to the benefits of the real world is choosing between job stability and passion. So, yung ibang tao, lucky for them, they could mesh the two together. But for others, they really have to pick between passion and practicality. So, about you, is this something na you've thought about when choosing a career? So, ano yung, saan ka mas naglilin? Passion or sa practicality?
Actually, before mag-college, iniisip ko talaga if mag-iibang course ba ako. Kasi masyado yung discrimination sa tourism course. So, sinasabi nila na hindi practical kunin yung course na yan. Pero this is something that I really want to pursue. Kaya nag-continue ako sa kanya. And in line with tourism, ayun nga, connected naman siya sa gusto kong work. So, I think na-hit naman niya yung passion ko and yung practicality.
It's all about finding that balance, di ba? Na kailangan mahanap mo yung perfect line kung saan nagtatagpo yung passion and practicality. So that's really very insightful, and it's one of the challenges, one of life's challenges to power through the world once your academic life has ended. It's been a fruitful discussion so far, and now we're on the final stretch of our discussion where we'll dive into one of the toughest parts of becoming a working student, balancing responsibilities while striving for success. So for you as a student assistant, Jana, paano ka nakakahanap ng strategies that work for you?
Actually, trial and error lang talaga siya. Pero for me, what works best is yung pagsusulat ng kung ano yung mga need kong ma-accomplish within this day. Kasi syempre, minsan sobrang dami nating ginagawa and parang nasustress ka na, ano bang kailangan kong unahin? Ano bang dapat ipasa muna? So, I sit down and nagsusulat ako sa planner ko. So, ito yung mga kailangan kong tapusin muna. So, ganyan. And I also take time na lakad-lakad. So, around UST para makapag-clear ng mind every time na I am stressed.
Yeah, actually, ang gandang mag-walk around the campus because you can just romanticize the university life. And of course, writing as well is great kasi it helps put everything in perspective, di ba? But paano naman kapag exams? Kasi di ba sobrang hectic nung times na ganon. So, how do you keep yourself, what strategies work for you during exams?
For me, effective yung group study kasi nakukuha mo rin yung opinions ng iba mong mga blockmates. And for me, nasa kabilang street ko lang yung dalawang friends ko. So sila talaga yung kasama kong mag-all-nighter na mag-aral. Kasi syempre, every night, yun lang yung free time ng bawat estudyante. So doon kami nag-aaral. Minsan doon ako natutulog or minsan nga wala pang tulog. Talagang pumapasok na lang, magbibihis na lang and mag-e-exam.
Yun na yun talaga.
And worth it naman siya, lalo na kapag mataas yung scores.
Of course, it's really about putting all the work. And these are really great strategies. Thank you for sharing them with us today. So now we can delve into the harder part naman of becoming a student assistant while also focusing on academics. So yung challenges. So with all the responsibilities that come with a career, being a student assistant, being an influencer as well, a content creator, let's be real, there are always bumps along the way. And with all the responsibilities that come with being a student assistant, and of course you're also a content creator and a student as well, navigating social dynamics in the workplace, diba? It sometimes feel like you're juggling a lot of things at once. So sobrang hirap. But let's not forget about the mental load that comes with it all. So how do you constantly think ahead? How do you plan? And, how do you set your goals?
So, syempre, kailangan ko munang alamin kung ano yung kailangan kong goal for this month. So, nagsiset ako ng goal for this month or for this week. And ayun nga, nakakatulong yung pag-planner ko. It really helps kasi nakikita ko doon, so sa upcoming days, ito yung mga need kong ma-accomplish. So, kailangan talaga meron tayong flow ng kailangan nating gawin kasi it really helps. And talagang kailangan mo siyang gawin. I mean, given naman na syempre, minsan tinatamad talaga tayo. Pero kailangan mo pa rin siyang matapos kasi it's for your own benefit din naman.
True, diba? And just to clarify, how long have you been a student assistant?
Since November 2023, so almost 2 years na rin.
Tagal na rin pala. And through it all, what are your biggest realizations?
Na mahirap siya ang gawin. Marami kang sacrifices na gagawin, especially sa time. Kasi sa akin, before, nagpa-pageant talaga ako and I am also a badminton player. Pero kailangan siyang i-sacrifice yung time ko na dapat nakalaan doon for duty hours. And for me, thankful naman ako kasi syempre, may mga sacrifices nga ako pero wala naman akong tuition fee na kailangan bayarin. And with that, yung tuition fee na dapat pangbayad ko is napupunta na lang with my mom's medical expenses.
At least, diba? Like, it's all about finding the right balance in life. So, when it comes to handling responsibilities naman, what can you advise our dear Thomasians to ensure that they maintain their well-being while also juggling multiple commitments?
Well, I think kapag nafe-feel nyo na it's not your day-to-day, parang nalulungkot kayo, it's okay na you're not 100% every day. So, mag-take ka lang ng time, go for a walk. Ayan yung pinaka ma-advise ko. Go for a walk kasi it clears our mind. And also, to just show up. Kahit na hindi mo 100% today, just show up and it will make may something na magbibigay nito sa'yo towards success talaga.
Yeah, you have to watch yourself. You have to make sure that you don't get burnt out by just, taking a breather. Saka ang ganda rin maglakad kasi it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. So these are really excellent points, Jana, and to our fellow Tomasians, you heard it here. Take notes and apply these strategies to help you stay on top of your goal without getting burnt out. Ang success naman, it isn't just about working hard, but also about working smart. Well, this has been a really wonderful talk and hindi man ganon kadali, di ba? You were still able to go through everything and persevere, so that's really great, Jana. And to our Tomasian listeners who are also going through the same struggles, I hope that you're doing fine. There are moments where we feel like giving up or struggling or feel like the world is against us, but it's okay to take a break. After all, life is not a competition. It's all about taking those steps, no matter how small or unsure you may be. By the end of your journey, the growth you'll experience will make it all worthwhile. So in college kasi, diba, it isn't just about the books. It's also about, just going through every day, feeling the pain, and all the beautiful things that come with living your life. So until the next time, keep thriving and keep believing in yourself. Keep shining both in school and of course also in the real world. So before we say our goodbyes, would you like to plug your social media?
So I have a social media in TikTok. So there I upload my content, usually a day in a life as a full scholar, tourism student of UST.
That's really good. What's your username?
At Jana Carag.
Ayan, hanapin niyo guys si Jana on her TikTok account. And as we reach the end of today's episode, we would like to take this time to thank the whole team of Tomcat who helped bring this episode of Cat's Talk to life. We truly appreciate all of the hard work because this episode would not have been possible without your efforts. So once again, thank you so much, Jana, for being here. And is there any last words that you would like to give to our dear Tomasians?
If ever man na you think you can't do it, mag-pray lang kayo kasi God has better plans. If you think na hindi kayo magsasucceed kayo. If hindi man natuloy yung plano nyo, you were never denied, only redirected.
Only redirected. Ayan. Let's keep that in mind, guys. So, to our dear Tomasians, of course, thank you for listening, for tuning in, and we hope you feel extra motivated today and ready to take on the challenges of life. This is just the first episode, and we have so much in store for you on the next episode, so stay tuned. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials at TomcatUST in order to be updated with the latest happenings. Once again, this has been Alex Carlos from Tomcat Circle of Talents, and this has been Cat's Talk, the Tomcat Podcast.